Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Happy Chapel Day.
Happy Wednesday.
So glad to see
Chapel.
you. I know. It's been a long time since I've done a chapel.
It has.
I know, right?
You've been missing from the chapel video land.
Oh, and I'm so happy to be back. Anyway, so last week we talked about Advent.
Right.
Right? The Advent wreath and all that.
Mm-hmm.
You know I love Advent.
Right.
I totally do.
I know you do.
I love it. Oh, so much fun. Anyway, Advent is, of course, waiting. And we're preparing for Jesus to come, right? Mm-hmm. So that's a lot of fun. I'm curious, though, if we think about Jesus coming and the preparation that you would make.
Like what you do to get ready.
Right, to prepare, right, for Jesus to come. Like, Jesus is the king of the world.
Right, the king of the universe. Not even just the world, like the entire...
the creator.
Right.
Right, that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
It is.
Like, when someone comes to my house, like, I prepare for them, like, I clean up and do all this special stuff.
Right, you want to make your house look the best.
Right,
when
and
you have
sometimes
people
I even, like, dress up.
Oh.
Sometimes. Like you.
Well.
Sometimes.
I'm preparing for Christmas.
You are.
So.
But when Jesus came, he came in a humble stable. Right? Kind of like the one we're standing by now. He came in a humble stable.
Right.
That kind of leads us to our theme for this month's chapel, which is humility.
Right. Humility.
Humility. You don't necessarily think about humility when thinking about Christmas, usually.
No.
But if you think about the way Jesus arrived, because we're celebrating his birthday, right? His birth, he came, they call it a humble birth because he was born in a stable and laid in a manger.
Right. Not very fancy.
Not super fancy.
Not anything you would do to get ready for a king coming to visit you, for sure. Right.
So I think that kind of ties in with the humility piece. Right. You know what humility is?
No, what exactly is humility? Because it's kind of, I'm going to be honest, it is a weird sounding word.
It is. A little bit. Huh. But it's important because, humility means, in the simplest sense, the ability to consider others ahead of yourself.
Mm. Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
You think of other people before yourself. In fact, it has been said that a humble person doesn't think less of himself.
Okay.
He thinks of himself less.
Oh,
so you get that?
I do. Yeah. So instead of all the day long thinking, what about me? What do I want? How can I do this? How can I get out of this? I. So instead, you'd be thinking, wow, how can I help those people around me?
Right.
What can I do to make it easier for my friends?
Right.
How can I help my parents?
Right. That's making a difference. That's why it's important to the concept of leadership.
Right.
Humility is important to the concept of leadership because really good leaders, people who make a difference, think of others first.
Right.
It's like what we talked about when we first started talking about leadership.
Right. Servant
leadership, right? So it kind of all ties together. In fact, Proverbs 29:23 tells us that a humble spirit will obtain honor. Mm. Right, a humble spirit will eventually be honored. And I mean, I guess Jesus is the perfect example of that.
Right, because even though when he came, he was not honored very much at all. I mean, he came, there was no real big thing. He just came. But yet, now, Jesus is honored, all the time, daily in our lives, in our heart. Right. So, yeah, that's very true.
Right. Well, I think that as we move forward and as we continue to prepare for Christmas and we think about all of the things that we have to do, it might be a good time to focus on humility and thinking of others first. And that doesn't mean just like when you're looking for gifts or what can I get or what can I do. I mean, it means like when you think about others that maybe are feeling sad, or maybe they're worried, or maybe they don't feel well. Thinking about them, you can help them by, supporting them. You can buy them something, you can feed them, you can do that. But you know, one of the things that you can do anytime is you can pray for them.
Yep.
You can pray for them. You can talk to them. You can be a friend, right?
Yep.
That's the real gift of Christmas, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
You know.
No.
I just think that it's super important to consider how Jesus came to us, the example that he set,
yep,
and how we can take that and be an example to others.
Right.
Right?
For sure.
Okay. So today, as you go about your Wednesday here at school, think about humility. Think about how you can maybe think of someone else before yourself today, you know, and make a difference.
Right.
Right. Okay, I'm super excited to have been here. Thankful to have had chapel with you and my little buddy, Christmas Nancy. It's her birthday today. So make sure to wish her happy birthday. All right, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.